Bears beats Battlestar Galactica.
You really adopted the dark. I was born in it.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Bazinga!
2 in the box! Ready to go! We be fast, they be slow!
Cool.
Yep, just started.
All right. Oh, okay. So, Lewis, just so that you know, you haven't been here in a while, and we've implemented for the last few weeks. We started implementing a time limit where every person gets 5 minutes per person per pick.
5 minutes. What?
Actually, 5 minutes to discuss your pick. So whatever pick. So it's your number 4. What's your number 4? You know, fucking Dicks R Us, and you're like, all right, and then you talk. You have 5 minutes to talk about why you love Dicks R Us, and then after 5 minutes, we just move on.
I really hated when Dicks R Us discontinued the Korean flavored Dicks.
Yeah, they should have just stuck to the original.
Stick to the original. Why they have to add coconut?
Dicks. All right. All right. Let's see here.
Who's gonna handle the timing?
I got a timer. I think.
Do you? Okay, great.
I think. I don't know.
It was just Jeff the first time and then Missy the second time. So.
Yeah. Well, it had to be Jeff the first time because I was doing a football draft as we were recording.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I was like, I am no way gonna be responsible for that. Let's see.
Lou, have you done one of these with Daniel yet?
Yeah, we did one. We did baseball movies, I think is what it was.
Oh, okay.
We did baseball. Yeah. Wait, were you on female? You weren't on female bands, were you?
No.
Okay.
I don't listen to them. They're women.
Got it. Yes, but I was on baseball movies.
So a bunch of broads.
Yeah, but they're broads, right?
I was just listening to the teacher episode today, and the part where when Missy was talking about Mona Lisa's smile, and you're like, sounds like a movie for broads, and then you were like, I'm gonna clarify. That's why I used my fit by 40s gangster voice. I don't say broad.
Yeah, it's not okay. We don't say that no more.
Okay, we can say it on our heads, man. Ain't nobody can talk. Ain't nobody can cancel us from our heads. There's no cancel culture in here, man.
Cancel yourself.
Do you know that one of your employees thinks about saying broads? Did you know that? What are you gonna do? Twitter, let's handle this. He thinks about saying broads. Yeah, I got the timer.
Okay, great.
Thank God for the internet. All right, let's get this going. And right now, I don't know how much time we have right now that we've been going and talking shit, but this is the bit of extra that you guys get for watching the YouTube channel, because this is not good. I haven't pressed record
YouTube exclusive
on the machine yet.
You got to watch me get a new pen.
What? Behind the scenes.
Oh wait, are we showing off pens?
What we're doing? I want to just show off the Funkos a little bit. Oh.
I've got one that's a baseball bat with my name on it.
Nice.
The only baseball bat you could ever carry. All right. And we're recording. Welcome to the Mt.Geekmore podcast, your favorite podcast where you come to listen to 4 people debate, argue, and talk about their top 4, Mount Rushmore, if you will, of their favorite pop culture subjects. Today's pop culture subject, as you can tell by looking at your listening device, is the Mt.Geekmore of discontinued fast food items. That's right. We're going to get fat today. And I am Nary Science. With me, as usual, is David.
Howdy.
And Daniel DeBona.
What up, y'all?
And special Fat Boy guest for this Fat Boy episode, Luis Diaz.
I am eating. You guys all have something you say.
So we got, for the listener, we have 3 fat guys and a Bona. So there you go.
I'm a fat guy too. I'm just working on not being a fat guy.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're all working on it, but you're actually succeeding. There's a difference. All right.
It's what's inside. It's what's inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clogged arteries.
We're all fat guys inside.
It's what's inside, clogged arteries. All right. So how did you guys make your selections? From my tab, we're gonna go clockwise. From my view, Lewis, who is your? I'm sorry. How did you make your selections?
There was 2 that I remembered from my heart. That I was like, I really missed these, and then there's a couple more that I had to go online and figure out.
Okay.
And be like, I do miss those.
Debona, how did you make your selection?
So when I thought of this idea, I had one particular thing in mind. Then I started, and then I started kind of running through. I ended up having to put a couple rules into place. I only went with 1 item per particular joint, and I didn't do anything that is cyclical, like if something that's just temporarily discontinued. I like for things that are gone and does not appear that they are coming back.
All right. David?
I didn't intentionally do this, but I guess as a way to kind of choose between a couple of things that were on my honorable mention, I ended up going with only 1 item per restaurant.
Yeah.
So
the same.
That kind of was what helped solidify my mountain, because there were a couple things where I was like, man, I really want to put this on. But then when it came down to it, it was like, okay, well, I really prefer this other thing from that restaurant. And so let's talk about something else from this other place. It was also really interesting for me because I no longer eat meat. Like, it's been almost 4 years since I've eeten meat. And
I did not know that.
Just about everything on this list.
Well, to be fair, he still eats a lot of dick.
Yeah.
Boom! That's a bit of meat for you.
Yeah.
Don't
Anybody who's listening to this episode, anybody who's listening to this episode as their first episode, they're like, "Damn, this guy's a fucking dude. This is like very frat guy." Like, it's not. We're
not
really
that
just
bad.
fucking mocking that type of personality.
Yeah, and it's not something that I talk about all the time. Like, Debona, you didn't know this.
I didn't know.
But so it's some of these things. If they've been brought back, I have no idea, because I don't eat this stuff anymore. So they've been discontinued from my personal diet, maybe as long as they've been discontinued. So, but I still hold the memories so dear. There were 2 of these that came to mind right away, and it was one of them being my number 1. And it was just, this has to be my number 1. I don't care how I feel about this thing. If I would eat it today, like, this is my favorite discontinued fast food item.
I didn't know how to set the timer when I asked that question. All right. I basically went with the same thing. I made a rule, and I said to just pick one from a particular franchise. Not particular, just if you pick one from a franchise, it can't be repeated. And then what I did with my honorable mentions is as I went through looking and investigating other discontinued items, what I did was my honorable mentions is full of items that I never had, but I wish I would have from reading the articles.
I've got one of those on honorable mentions.
Dope.
Yeah. So with that said, I picked. I'm believe it or not, as fat as I am, I don't really frequent fast food restaurants other than buying stuff for my kids. Like if my kids want a Happy Meal, I'll go to McDonald's and get a Happy Meal. But I'm not really. And I might sneak a nugget or whatever from them, but I'm not. I don't really go there for myself. The last time I went there for myself, it was again in correlation. It just happened to be that my kids wanted Burger King. It was like 3 weeks ago. My kids wanted Burger King, and I was like, you know what? I haven't had a chicken sandwich from you in a long time, and I bought a chicken sandwich for myself. But I typically haven't all this fatness comes from moderate to mid-range restaurants.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
that's what
None
I
of the
tell
fast
people
food
too when I
shit.
lie to them. Yeah.
But this isn't a fast food. That's what I'm saying. Like all of this fat is like
Yeah.
Chili's and like Finca and like fucking, you know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to be snobby about it, but like if I'm not paying $14 a meal for nothing, I'm not gonna fucking eat it. You know what I'm saying?
Seems
But you
like
can
you're
get 14.
You're working too hard for your fatness, dude.
Yeah.
You can do it. You can do it on the cheap.
Yeah.
I spend $14,
again.
but I get 14
Yeah.
McChickens.
Yeah,
Still
but
do
it's
it.
not that too. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm trying to be high class with it. I'm like, no, I'm gonna be gross and disgusting, but I'm gonna do it with a finger in my hand. I'm gonna lift the pinky up, bitches. All right, so let's start off with Lou. Lou, what? Oh shit, I haven't even done the. This is every fucking week too. I should remember this.
But you know what? At least you're nailing the introductions now.
Yeah, your intros have been solid.
All right.
So progress in one place. Taking a step back in another, but that's okay.
Needs improvement in the other. Hey, I got a needs improvement in my report card. All right, here we go.
With the fourth pick.
Round 4.
I'm in no mood for your wives crack. Let's get it on.
All right, Lou, what is your number 4?
So it's funny because all right, so the number 4 is the fried apple pie from McDonald's. And I remember there was a certain point in my life where I was like, man, these apple pies have gotten worse. and in Googling today is when I found out that it's because they started baking them and not frying them. And so I didn't know why they got worse. I just stopped ordering them because they didn't satisfy my fatness. And yeah, so I want them to bring back the fried apple pie.
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. My wife had a sweet tooth craving last week when I was buying the kids Happy Meals, and she's like, "Bring me something sweet from McDonald's." I got her the apple pie. I'm like, "Fuck!" And it comes like 2 for $1, whatever the fuck it comes to. And so she had one, and she was like, I'm like, "What happened?" And she's like, So I had the other one, and I had like half of it. I'm like, I remember it being better. I'm exactly the same situation with you, man.
Yep,
I'm with you.
And you're not alone because they brought it back for a little while. I don't know, maybe a year or two ago, but I guess it was a limited time thing.
Yeah. I remember around the time when that woman horrifically scarred herself by spilling her coffee around her in her lap. They were going through and they were testing the temperatures of things at McDonald's, and most of those fried apple pies were coming out and being stored at temperatures hotter than the coffee that fused that woman's labia to her leg. That's how hot the coffee she spilled in her lap was, and the apple pies were hotter.
Apple pie was like, fused labia. I'll see that and raise you a mutated penis.
That's why
it's
went
McDonald's
homemade, not fried.
Yeah, that's. Did you ever think about doing that? Because I was like, that seems like it would burn your dick, right? Like legit, that seems like it would. Like not in a fun way.
It was one of those things where I never actually like contemplated doing it, but I did wonder what it would be like.
The guava and cream pies feel like they would be much better.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I never thought about actually doing it, but I thought to myself that can't be safe, right? Like fucking apple pie comes out hot, dude. That's a hot shit. I'm like that can't be safe.
That's why you put them in the window and make hobos float while they cool off.
I done burned my dick once, and I am never getting it near anything hot ever again.
Yeah, lesson learned, right?
But that is a story for another day.
I remember Punta Cana.
Burn my penis once, shame on me.
Burn me can't get burned again.
Burn my penis. Oh man. All right. So all right. So yeah, the fried apple pie, I'm with you. I don't know if anybody has it on their list, and if they do, I won't talk too much. I feel the same way about the fried apple pie than about the fries. I learned that doing this whole thing, I learned that they changed their fry recipe or the oil that they fry it in And I'm like, that makes
Until the
sense.
90s, they used beef tallow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when it was delicious.
Yes, and that's when it was absolutely the best.
I thought you said you weren't the fat one.
No, inside, man. Inside. I've been 300 pounds before. I'm just working on it.
Yeah. All right. So, DeBono, what do you got for your number 4?
All right. So my number 4, I am ready to sub. If you guys debate with me whether or not this counts as a fast food place, I think it does. My number 4 is the Bigfoot Pizza from Pizza Hut.
Yeah, I think that counts.
Okay, good to go.
Why wouldn't that count?
People, I don't know. I was like, yeah, maybe pizza doesn't count as fast food, but I consider it fast food. Now, the Bigfoot Pizza, for anybody who might not be familiar, was
I love this shit, man.
It was 2 feet wide and a foot and a foot long. It was 2 square feet of pizza that came in this one giant sleeve, and it was cut into like 22 slices. And you could get up to 3 toppings on it. It was awesome. As a kid, it was one of those things that was really cool. Like if you had friends coming over to stay the night, it was great to see like your mom or dad show up with just this massive slab of pizza. And they did all these really cool things to try to advertise for it. Like it would come with free Blockbuster rentals or like a trial of HBO and stuff like that.
Didn't it come with a fucking street ball?
I think at one point, like a black basketball.
A black basketball, and it was a street ball. It was made out of rubber, and it had no coating on it. The ball was awful.
Yes,
had, like graffiti-like fucking.
I'm pretty sure. Awesome. I'm pretty sure that was part of the Bigfoot promotion as well. Yeah, it was one of those things that it's very ingrained in me that was something that was awesome as a kid. I don't remember it being any better or any worse than regular Pizza Hut pizza, but it was a very cool concept instead of just having like a stack of pizzas when you were going to feed a lot of people. And it was one of those things. It was fun. Some of the stuff on my list, that's just what it boils down to. It was a fun option. And like I said, it makes me think of sleepovers when I was a kid. They eventually kind of revamped it, called it the Bigfoot 2. It was a little bit smaller. That lasted even less time. But that original Bigfoot pizza from Pizza Hut was incredible.
That's a great choice, man. If I remembered about the Bigfoot pizza, because it didn't even come up when I Googled fucking this topic. But had I remembered about it, it would have definitely made my list. I just feel like, fuck, now it's too late. But now, my parents were always broke. They were always poor, so we never ordered. Like my mom was like that stereotypical Hispanic mom, was like whatever they can make, I can make it at home. You know what I mean? That fucking that hacky joke where like I got fucking McDonald's, I got burgers better McDonald's at home, and so we never ordered pizza like.
That grande.
We never ordered pizza. Like I could count on one hand throughout my entire childhood how many times my parents ordered pizza. Like I remember one time I was like 8 or 9 years old, and I went to a friend's birthday party, and they had pizza and ice cream. And I told the parents, I'm like, "You guys actually got pizza?" Like I literally said, I was like, "You actually got pizza?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "This is awesome. This is the best party I've ever been to." I'm like 9 or 10 years old. Yeah. So, but my cousins were like, every time we would go to my cousin's house, since there would be so many kids, then they ordered pizza, right? Not my parents. That was left to the uncles.
The cool aunts and uncles.
But the Bigfoot was awesome. You're right, man. It's just such a nostalgic shit to do.
Yeah.
Bigfoot pizza. That's a great choice. All right, man. Great. David, what is your number 4?
My number 4 is actually a breakfast menu item.
Can you hear him?
I can't hear you, Dave.
Oh,
I can't hear you, bro.
Oh, hang on a second. Let's change the microphone.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that was weird. I just changed the input for the mic. So my number 4 is actually a breakfast menu item. And it's the Cine Minis from Burger King.
Table.
Okay.
All right. Wow, that was fast.
Yes, it was.
That's what she said. All right. So our number 4s were the
You
fried
didn't
apple
do your
pie.
shit.
Oh, I didn't do my number 4. Shit. I'm sorry. I didn't even. I'm so like caught up on the production side of things. Yeah. My number 4 is the Wendy's bruschetta sandwiches.
Oh, I
Oh,
love
man,
these.
such a good
This is
pick.
an honorable mention for me.
Yeah. So it was Wendy's way of. I didn't know this until reading about it today that it was their way of trying to keep up with Subway because of the whole fresh bread and the artisan bread and all that stuff there. But I fucking thought they were amazing. I was like, this is awesome. I didn't even realize that they discontinued them until I looked up on the list. I'm like, oh fuck, yes, I did love them.
They
But
were on
the,
like square buns, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Wendy's, dude. Wendy's doesn't do
Yeah.
shit without squares. They have to have something square in the motherfucking sandwich.
They don't
at all
cut corners.
times. Yeah, square patties.
Ah.
But do you think they don't put a square patty in the square bun? Fuck no. They don't fuck around that way. So I think it was something along the lines of 4 different types of sandwiches, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
They had a club, and they had a Caesar something, and I forgot what else they had. But these sandwiches were great. They were on artisan bread.
Black
They were,
Forest ham.
oh, all right, yeah.
Oh.
They told us, we were told that they were baked fresh. I don't know how true or accurate that is. I don't remember seeing any ovens in burger and Wendy's, but fuck it. I'll just whatever you say. And here's the thing: as a fat dude who's constantly trying to lose weight by doing anything that doesn't mean not eating healthy, I thought, oh, these sandwiches are healthier than burgers. So this is like my diet is to get this and fries. I laugh because I want to cry. So yeah, the Wendy's bruschetta sandwiches is my number 4. I thought, that's it.
You know what?
I used to get those all the time, man.
You know what's
Really
funny
good.
is you talk about like you're telling stories about what your parents were willing to spend money on. When I was growing up, and I don't like honestly now as an adult, I don't know if prices have changed or if this is just an illusion that my parents had created. But growing up, Wendy's was like the high class fast food place. So like we never went to that one. Like we never ate at Wendy's when I was a kid. And I don't know if I just assumed it's because it was too expensive or that's why, but we never ate at Wendy's when I was a kid.
Did they say it was more high class? And that's what I was thinking. Maybe
I don't know. Maybe
dad or mom didn't like it.
And that could be what it is because I've eaten at a Wendy's with my parents since. So, but yeah, like when I was a kid, I thought that Wendy's was like the upper echelon of fast food.
I mean, you're not wrong. They really are really good. And everybody always talks about really good burgers as far as fast food joints. And I always say, I'm like, dude, don't sleep on Wendy's hamburgers. Their hamburgers are really fucking good. The problem is that I think they get overshadowed by the fact that they're everywhere. It's not like super special. It's not like, bro, have you ever had an In-N-Out burger? I'm like, a Wendy's burger is really fucking good. It's just that they're everywhere, so we just forget about it.
I know this is not that mountain, but you're talking about Wendy's being good. To me, the best fast food item ever in the history of discontinued regular is the Baconator. So that's where I will always love Wendy's because they have the best meal, in my opinion, when it comes to fast food.
Yeah, and their Baconator is literally their regular burger with a bunch of bacon on it.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing, you know what I mean? And that's how good their burger is. Like that's all you need is just.
They were like, we've already got all this stuff in the back. What if we just triple all of
throw it all.
in one plate?
I feel like the Baconator is like. Have you ever gotten the Baconator? Like this literally happened to me where I get the Baconator and I'm like, okay, that's too much bacon. Guys. Like you need to fucking settle down with this shit. And I feel like it's Ron Swanson back there making the Baconator for everybody. I'm like, I don't need this much bacon.
I feel like
anyway.
Wendy's and Hardee's are in competition for who's actively going to kill someone in their restaurant first.
First, you mean next?
Well, yeah, but
I'm pretty sure there's been plenty of people killed in both of those fucking restaurants. Both from the fucking grease and the bullets. I'm pretty sure there's some people that have fucking died at those places.
There's just a big whiteboard at their headquarters. Got him.
This many days since a fatality. And they're like, all right, let's get back to zero. All right, so our number 4s were the fried apple pie, the McDonald's fried apple pie, the Pizza Hut Bigfoot pizza, the BK Cine Minis, and Wendy's bruschetta sandwiches. All right.
Round 3.
3 is a magic number. Yes, it is.
All right, Lewis, hit me with your number 3, man.
This is something that every keto person wishes was still around. It is KFC's Double Down.
All right.
I love the
never had
double
one.
down. I had it on my short list, and it just didn't make my final list. Yes.
I think about how much I liked it as a kid because so much chicken and meat. And
As a kid,
you know me.
what year did,
Yeah,
what
dude.
year did this fuck,
The double down
What
ain't
year?
that old.
Yeah.
I
What
was
year did
younger.
that shit come out?
I was younger,
Yeah.
dude.
Well, yeah, everything that came out before this very second, you were fucking younger. I'm asking, how old were you that you referred to you as a child? You referred
I don't
to
know. I
yourself
refer to me
child.
as a kid when I was 21. Also, like
Oh,
I'm young
wow.
as fuck, guys. You guys are old as shit. I'm the only one without gray in my beard. Stop hating.
I like
Yeah,
the
no.
gray in my beard. I don't know what the fuck that.
You're the only one.
Nah, I like mine.
Yeah, but you
I
don't like
know.
Nary's, and Nary's doesn't like yours. You
I,
guys are the only ones.
I think it makes him
I-
look distinguished.
I
Yeah,
lick his beard whenever I get a
2013 is when it came out. What were you, like 4?
2013.
You were like 4, 5?
I was
2013?
about 8 years old,
There you go.
about to get my drug. No, I just graduated college. Or no, I just graduated high school.
All
Graduated
right.
2012. Man, it was good, dude. It was great. I loved it. That's
I
it.
never had
That's what this
one.
mountain's about.
Right.
Yeah, can I just tell you that as a fat guy, and like I try to constantly fight the stereotypes of whatever the stereotype is. And I've said this before on the podcast. If if I'm driving a car or if I'm in a car with a bunch of Hispanic people, which again, most of my friends are Hispanic, so that's usually the time, and the car sits 4, there's gonna be 4 people in that fucking car. I don't give a fuck if there's 5 people waiting for a ride. If the car sits 4, we're gonna fucking go with 4. because
Shattering
I don't want to be the
stereotypes.
Hispanic that rolls up to a place and then fucking 6, 7 people roll out of it. Because that's how I lived my life as a kid. It's like, bro, let everybody pile onto the car, right? That stereotype was absolutely 1,000% true when I was a kid, and I wanted to fight that stereotype. So now I told myself, now as I'm a good adult, or since I've been 18 and over, I said, hey, wherever I go. So same thing happens when it's something really, really greasy and fattening, like the fucking double down came down. I'm like, dude, I'm already fat. I don't want anybody else seeing me eat this and go, look at this motherfucker right here. Like I just try to fight the stereotype a little bit, as much as I could, just like a little bit, be like, I don't know. And I never had to double down for that reason. I was like, same thing for a fried Oreo. It took me ages to try a fried Oreo because I didn't want to be that fat guy that was like, let's fry these fucking Oreos.
You were on
Oreos. Like,
you were on
don't
an
need that.
episode of What's Good one time, and we were talking about like the Texas State Fair and what they were rolling out that year and frying. And you said the same thing. You were like, I went forever before I ate a fried Oreo because I don't want to be that fat guy.
Well, the thing is,
Yeah,
I
don't wanna be that
realized
fat guy.
that I don't know the people. It took me a while because I had felt embarrassed. I had the pena of like, I don't want, like, I'm already fat. I don't want to order fat stuff and then them look at the guy who comes to pay and be like, knew it looked like him. I was like that. And then after
you
going
want
to
to double
fast
down,
food,
right?
fast food after fast food, I was like, I don't know anyone that works here. And I was like, fuck it. Let them guess right. Let them win a bet. Because I imagine when I ordered 8 double downs, they went to the guy next to me and was like, bet this guy weighs 300 plus. And then when I go up to the window, I just made a guy money. I'm helping the economy. So that's what I think when I order the fat people shit.
Lou is that guy that, have you ever seen that Key and Peele skit where there's a real fat dude and he's ordering like a bunch of pizzas, but he's making
And he
it sound as
keeps
if
yelling
it's a
at
fucking
other
party?
people.
What do you want?
That's Lou. Lou's that guy. Lou's
Yeah.
that guy that's fucking ordering, and Postmates is like, how many people is this for? And he's like, 7 people. Postmates.
You ever place a delivery order and then it just shows up with like 3 sets of silverware and you're just sitting there in your own living room like,
You guys think you're fucking around, but there was a time where I was at, like, I think it was McDonald's, and I knew I was ordering too much. I was in that state of mind, and I knew I was ordering too much. So I took a second to be like, so wait, what do you want? Wait, I can't hear you. Get better service. Yeah, make that 2 more McChickens. I did that. I've done that a couple times. It works, man.
It works. You know what also works? You fucking just order the food like a fucking grown-up. There's nobody asking you at McDonald's like, sir, is this all for you? Like,
Dave,
fuck you.
Mike switched to get
Fuck you and your minimum wage job. All right. Well, right on, man. Well, good for you. Congratulations. KFC
Still
double
nothing,
down.
Dave. Dave, it's showing
No,
you're muted there.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nothing. All right. Well, better? Nope.
No.
I heard him say, "How about now?" But it was very loud.
Yeah.
I saw him mouth it. His mouth. Is it better?
Nope. Not yet, Dave.
All right, I'm done.
Guys, let's lie to him one of these times. Like the next time he asks, we'll say yes.
There it is.
Hey,
Look at that!
There it is.
Laugh that time.
Got it?
Kind of, but
A
it
little
sounds
bit.
like your microphone's really far away.
Are we connected to another set of headphones?
No, I unplugged my headphone.
I don't, Dave. This might be an excuse to go buy new headphones, bro.
What about now? No, I think
We got nothing, dude. We can see your mouth
Nothing.
moving.
26 minutes cut.
what about now? Nothing.
I have to cut all this shit out, man. All right.
Are your headphones charged?
Is it a charging thing?
I don't know.
Can you hear us, Dave? Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, so he can hear us.
He's just gonna
Alright,
write
well-
them down. It'll just be for the YouTube
Yeah.
audience. Like,
So, all right, just show us the picture of the item that you're gonna select, and
Hello?
hey,
hey,
You hear me
a
now?
little bit.
yes,
Yes.
Okay.
Hey,
All right.
yeah, there we
Hey.
go.
Okay. All right.
He's
I
super
ran
scared.
I ran like a troubleshooting thing, and it just kind of corrected itself.
And it
There we go.
worked. Well, hot damn.
Look at that. I don't need IT. All I need is my big fat brain and my computer to
Yes.
do everything for me.
All right, DeBono, what do you got for your number 4, man?
My number 3 is my
I'm sorry,
McDonald's.
number 3.
My McDonald's pick, and I went with the Arch Deluxe.
On my short list, man. Almost fucking made it.
The
Almost made
Arch
it, yeah.
Deluxe was so damn good. It was a fancy quarter pounder. And
Yeah.
instead of a ketchup mayo sauce like a Big Mac sauce, it was a mustard mayo sauce, which if I make a burger, a lot of times I don't use ketchup. I just use mustard and mayonnaise. And it came on one of those really good potato buns. And it was one of these things where McDonald's was trying to appeal to like a fancier audience. Like, we're not just for kids anymore. They even ran commercials where Ronald McDonald was out playing golf and like hanging out at country clubs and stuff because this was the new sophisticated McDonald's. Apparently, from reading about it today, they thought it was just going to take them into the stratosphere, and this is what was going to get adults eating at McDonald's. I'm not even kidding. They pulled it in a year because it was just tanking so bad. Because believe it or not, when people are taking their kids to McDonald's, if they're eating anything, they don't care what they're getting for themselves. But the Arch Deluxe was so, so good. The bun that it was on was just so – it was far superior to any of the bread that a McDonald's burger was coming on. It was absolutely delicious. The Arch Deluxe, man.
I like the thought of hearing that story about it tanking so bad within a year. I just like the thought of like McDonald's corporate being like, it's doing awful. There's one dude in Miami and one dude in Tuscaloosa that keeps fucking buying this thing.
And that's it. We can track every single one of these that's being sold.
And they're eating a shit ton. I'm telling you that for fucking two singular human beings, they're eating a shit ton. But if, I don't like they're planning on doing market research.
Business model. Two fat guys in Florida and Alabama. They're not going to keep Arch Deluxe afloat.
They're like, should we send out some research teams to go ahead and question these people to see why they keep buying it so much? It's hilarious. But yeah, the McDonald's Arch Deluxe, man, I'm with you on that one. I fucking love that. It was on my short list. It was one of the very first ones that I had on my list, and it just kept moving down and down. And I know that when I show you my number 3 in a couple of minutes, which is from McDonald's, you're gonna be like, you got fucking rid of the Arch Deluxe for that shit. But watch, you'll see. Yeah, McDonald's Arch Deluxe, man, good for you. All right, David. Now that your microphone is working, while we have you for the next few minutes, let's go ahead and get your number 3 in there, man.
All right, so my number 3 is from Popeyes.
Can't hear you, bro.
Nothing.
Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
You can hear me. I see my brother. Fucking son of a bitch.
The time is still going, though.
So you're gonna go Popeyes? Because I think you might bring up one of my honorable mentions that I didn't know if anybody else had ever had.
I'm gonna go shrimp po' boy.
Oh no, but that is an awesome pick.
Yes. So I used to get this sandwich often because I used to work right next to a Popeyes, and so like once a week I would go into the Popeyes and get lunch for the office. And when I did, inevitably what I would get myself was a shrimp po' boy. And I know that they're known for their chicken, and the chicken was delicious. It really was. But geez, man, that fucking shrimp sandwich was fucking amazing. And whatever that like hot sauce that they put on it was just the fucking tits. It was amazing.
It was so good, man. Like I'll still go to Popeyes on occasion, but I never actually go and just get fried chicken. I always get some sort of sandwich or something like that they've got, because if I'm just going to get fried chicken, I'll go other places. But man, yeah, that shrimp po' boy, it was freaking great. I didn't even realize it was discontinued. I thought you could still get it.
You know, I didn't know it.
But I haven't been in forever.
It had been a long time since I had been. And so we happened to be near a Popeyes fairly recently. I want to say within the last couple of months. And so we were swinging by, and Link has never been to Popeyes because we don't live near a Popeyes. So we took Link. We were like, hey, this place has great chicken. He's a big chicken dude. So we were like, all right, well, he's a big chicken dude. That sounds funny. So so we passed by and we we're like, hey, you want to try this chicken? He's like, yeah, sure. I'll try chicken from anywhere. Right. And
he's a big chicken dude.
He's a big chicken dude. And so I was all excited. I'm like, all right, you're going to get the chicken. I'm going to get a shrimp po' boy. Fucking, they don't carry it anymore.
So when you say you don't eat meat, you still do seafood?
I do seafood, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, seafood, fish don't have feelings, bro. It's fine.
It's like pescatarian.
Yeah. Pescatarian, yeah. I don't like labels, but I will accept pescatarian.
So Dave, when you went to Popeyes and you ordered the shrimp po' boy, did you have somebody attending you that knew what the shrimp po' boy was, or did they go like, "What the fuck is that"?
No, they're like, we don't make that sandwich, and I'm like, yeah, you do make that sandwich, and they're like, well, we don't make it anymore, and I was like, okay, well, like I used to get it, and it was delicious, and I'm not gonna say I'm gonna speak to your manager, but I am gonna write a strongly worded letter to corporate, which did not come.
Well, I've always heard at the end of every fast food commercial, prices and participation may vary. So if I were you, I would have not even thought that they got discontinued. I would have just been like, fuck, why aren't you guys participating in the good sandwich?
There's what I was gonna say, I don't go to Popeyes unless I'm driving to Disney, and because the rest stops will have Popeyes, and that would be like, if I do eat Popeyes, it would be there. Because every other Popeye in Miami is super far away from me, and I'm never in a place where like I'm there. And not for nothing, I'm not beating around the bush on this topic. They're not in the fucking friendliest of neighborhoods. Like they're just not. At least down here in Miami.
Listen, there's one Popeyes that I know of in Miami. If there's more than I
there's
don't know.
A couple. There's one down south by the zoo. But it's on the other
right.
It's on the other.
There. Yeah.
All right. So I used to live, for those of you who are in Miami, you guys know what I'm talking about. For DeBona, he does it. I used to live, like if you go down the turnpike and if you take off of the turnpike, if you take a right off that exit, I used to live in apartment buildings 2 blocks to the right side. 1 block to the right side on the way to my apartment building is a KFC. No fucking lie. If you go to the left of that same exit, 3 blocks to the left, there was a Popeyes. But that's like a literal other side of the track situation where you're going like, there's a difference between this neighborhood in that neighborhood. And I know this is true because when we were looking for places, the prices were significantly cheaper to the left. And the girl that I was dating at the time was like, I'm not fucking living there. And I'm like, why? I didn't get it. I was like, it's cheaper. I don't understand. It's fucking,
Well, it's a bargain. We're getting a bargain.
Right.
And then she was like, nope. And then she had to fucking tell me, like, this is the crime rate is way higher on this side of the fucking turnpike than on that side. So yeah, the right
All
side
that
got
money you
KFC,
saved
the
to
left.
buy a gun, then it's an investment.
So I don't eat Popeyes very often, but every time I've had it, I've enjoyed it a lot. But I don't like seafood, so I would never get that sandwich. But those biscuits are fucking far superior than anything. They're great. All right, so my number 4 is going to be a disappointment to Debona after my number 3. I'm sorry. You're right. Thank you, Debona. My number 3 is going to be such a huge disappointment after we talked about how much Debona and I both love the McDonald's Arch Deluxe. But my number 3, it's going to sound like I'm bullshitting you, is the McDonald's McSalad Shakers.
No.
Fucking love the McSalad
Shut the fuck up.
I swear to God, man.
Okay.
I swear to God, man. I fucking love the McDonald's shaker.
Sure. Okay. We're doing this. Okay.
All right.
That's
So
fine.
three of us took this list seriously, and
No, I'm being honest.
and then Neri
I
joined.
really-
All right.
No, I really fucking love the McSalad shaker. Here's the thing. Again, going back to the Wendy's Fresqueta sandwich, where in my mind, as a fat dude, I try to convince myself that this is a healthy eating. So I try to tell myself, this is a healthy sandwich, and this is me trying to lose weight. Again, the same thing happened with the the McDonald's McSalad shakers, where I was like, I'm eating a salad. This is healthy. But again, I felt trapped to, and I felt victim to the same shit that a lot of us fat people do, where you go, a Caesar salad is healthy. No, it's fucking not. The amount of calories in Caesar dressing is absurd. And I would fucking get either Caesar or ranch. It didn't fucking matter, but I would drench it in this fucking dressing. And I love the fact that you could shake it. I'm like, this is such a great idea. It's on the go, and I'm eating healthy, Mom. No, I fucking wasn't. But I swear to God, there was a solid 6 months where I ate this 2 or 3 times a fucking week. And it was, again, I was lying to myself, where I was telling myself that this is healthy eating, and I just ate so much of it. And this is how much fucking salad I ate. Between Wendy's, they had this Oriental salad. Wendy's had this Oriental salad.
That shit was delicious.
Yes.
Did not make my list.
Yes.
That was delicious.
So that along with the McDonald's McSalad shakers, I was fooling myself into thinking that I was eating healthy, right? So I had this thought in my head. So I ate so much Caesar salad or ranch, fucking ranch dressing Caesar salad, that I know I can't nowadays. Like even before a fucking steak, they're like, "Would you like a Caesar salad?" I'm like, nah. Like I ate so much of it within that 6-month time period that I'm like, I'm fucking kind of salad the fuck out, really.
Yeah,
I've
I remember they used it was the Newman's Own dressing, and I remember when those things came out, like there were like I remember just seeing like news articles that were like, if you're gonna eat this with the ranch or Caesar, you might as well just get a Big Mac. And it was like, oh damn.
I would have maybe not loved, but it would have been beneficial for me to hear that or read that fucking article, because I was like, yeah, I'm eating healthy, whatever, but I never fucking stopped to think
with this like, cup of lettuce and ham.
And I know Lewis is very upset at me, but it's the truth, man. I like that. This is a very much a nostalgic pick. This is not about taste. I'm not sitting here and telling you that the McSalad shaker is a tastier item than the Arch Deluxe. I'm not saying that. I am saying
Deluxe.
I know. What I'm saying is that it brought these fond memories of me like eating this fucking ranch fucking filled cup. Sometimes a lot of times I would ask
this in the car.
A lot of times I would ask for a second packet of fucking ranch dressing.
Sir, you're gonna want this with a fork? No. I take a spoon. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Turns out it's in a cup. You can just pour it straight in your goddamn mouth.
McDonald's has those very thick straws. I'm like, just give me the fucking straw. I'll just fucking plug it in.
What dressing do you want on your thing, sir? Can I get vanilla ice cream as my dressing, please? Thank you.
Next time you shake a basket of fries, can you just do it right on top of my salad? That'd be great.
So stupid. But I swear to God, so this is very much a nostalgia pick. This is very much like it was a moment of time in my life where I thought I was eating healthy and I wasn't.
You know what? I really respect that pick, man. For the reasons that you said, not that it's a good pick, but for the reasons that you stated, I think that's great.
Can we get back to honesty? Can we get back to honesty now?
I'm just being true to myself, man. I can't, So
I can't knock that.
That's it.
I can't.
All right, well, my time is up anyways. I have 17 seconds left, and I can't stand Lewis shaking his fucking. I can't stand Lewis shaking his head at me anymore.
Would you like it if I doused Newman's Own on me?
Man, if you douse Newman's Own on you, everybody would like you better.
Newman would like me a lot better.
Say what you will about Lou, but he does smell delicious. All right, so the number 3s were the KFC Double Down, the McD Arch Deluxe, the Popeyes Shrimp Po' Boy, and the McDonald's McSalad Shakers. I like the fact that Lewis had the KFC Double Down, and I was like, I don't want to be seen as the fat guy. And then 10 minutes later, I'm like, can I get 2 ranchers? Can I get 2 packets of that? And I'm not bullshitting you. A lot of times I'll get the blue cheese dressing, which is even way worse, like fucking calorie-wise, and get the blue cheese dressing. So, yeah, man, that shit, it is what it is, man.
Tables.
All right, here we go. That was our number 3s.
Round 2.
Dose, the sequel to Uno.
All right, Lewis, hit me with your number 2. I'm surprised I didn't get the McShakers fucking tabled, but whatever. It's fine.
You shouldn't be. So I didn't know this was discontinued. The waffle taco.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Honorable mention because I have something else from that franchise.
I also learned that today. Yeah.
And it broke my heart when I saw it. I saw that it was discontinued. And so yeah, easily my number 2. It's so fattening, so good.
Exactly.
So, like the waffle, so thick, and to use it as a taco, so genius. It was so good.
Pour syrup just all over it. Just drench it in syrup.
Here's a problem why I never ordered the waffle taco. Right, was because I would see it. I'm like,
because you can't get in the way of your salad.
But waffles aren't supposed to bend. They're supposed, you know what I mean? Like they're supposed to be like kind of crunchy. Like they're supposed to be like toasted. They're not supposed to fucking bend. It's not supposed to be rubbery. I'm like, why is it bending? So that kind of put me off to it. I never tried it.
I see you, soft waffle.
I like a nice soft waffle. A nice little, get some malleability to it. Yeah. I'm a fan.
I need it. I need my waffle to hold up so that when I butter it, like I just fill all of the compartments with butter. Like I need those things to hold tight.
3.
Yeah.
Nah, man, I like a nice flimsy waffle.
I haven't had butter on my fucking waffles in a long time, man.
You know butter your waffles?
Oh, I always butter my waffle.
I used to, but I don't anymore because ever since I had kids, I try to tell them, like, when they have waffles, I'm like, no, we don't need butter. That's too many calories. And since I did that for the kids, I never butter my own waffle anymore. Like, it's been years since I've had a fucking waffle.
Instead, we just pour liquid sugar on it.
Neri, I just want to point out, Neri, that one day your kids are going to go to a sleepover or something, and they're going to wake up in the morning. The kids' parents are going to make them waffles. They're going to put butter on the waffle, and your kids are going to go, "Are you put butter?"
No, I know, but
it's going to be it's going to be a pizza thing.
Yeah,
no,
it's gonna be like
no, because my mom who lives a sliding glass door between us, she tries to butter their, and they get immediately turned off. They're like, no, I don't want butter on my. They immediately like, I don't want butter on my thing.
Oh, so you programmed them? Okay, all right.
But I didn't do that on purpose. I was just like, oh, we don't need those. But I think with my daughter specifically, she has this very specific thing with food where she was like, I don't like extra things on it that I'm not used to. It's like ridiculous type of shit. Like, we had to coerce her into trying a French toast the other day. Like, we had to coerce, like, it's the same thing as a pancake, just with a different shape. Like, we had to, like, tell her, and it has cinnamon on it. You like cinnamon? Like, it's like we had to fucking, like, convince her. And then when
Did
she
she
had
like
it,
it?
she's like, yeah, of course she fucking, what are you, she's not human?
I
Yeah,
mean,
of course she likes it.
in every way, shape, and form, it's better than a pancake.
Yeah. It's a pancake.
Agreed.
It's a thicker pancake that has cinnamon. Yeah. All right. I'm in. I'm kind of a pancake guy though. I do like pancakes. All right. Waffle taco, man.
You can like two things.
Yeah. I mean,
Tell that
course,
to anyone
Biggie and
who's
Tupac.
on Facebook talking about politics.
I want my guns, but I also want gay rights.
No. Next pick.
You socialist. DeBono, what do you got? What do you got for your number 2?
My number 2 is actually a Burger King breakfast pick, but it appears to be different from the Burger King breakfast pick the rest of you have. I am more of a savory breakfast guy outside of the donut. The donut is really my only sweet breakfast favorite. Everything else, I'm a savory breakfast guy. And once upon a time, Burger King had something called the enormous omelet sandwich.
Ooh, yes.
I'm with you.
And the enormous omelet sandwich was a 6-inch hoagie roll with 2 sausage patties, a huge slab of that folded fake egg, strips of bacon, cheese. It was amazing. It was an entire Cracker Barrel Waffle House breakfast on a bun, and it was the size of a small child. It was incredible. And then you got it in a combo, and you could get hash rounds with it because you needed more. It was so, so good. Satisfied. Sometimes I would dip that bad boy in syrup, whatever, it satisfy all of the breakfast cravings in one thing. It was absolutely amazing. From what I read today, again, not very popular, didn't last very long, but I loved the thing because it's that guy that
two dudes. It's the same 2 dudes that like the fucking Arch Deluxe that keep ordering this shit.
Hey, McDonald's, can I ask you a question? The guys that like your Arch Deluxe.
There's one executive from McDonald's that during the Arch Deluxe, that after the Arch Deluxe, he went over to Burger King, did the same thing with the enormous breakfast sandwich, and he was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? These motherfuckers!"
Well, he's the one that said, "This is gonna take us into new heights," and McDonald's said, "Fuck you, get out of here." It's like, "I'll go to Burger King.
And I'll do it for breakfast."
It was Gil from The Simpsons, man. He got bumped out. He was like, "Oh, I guess old Gil's gonna have to find himself a job again." Well, hey, Burger King's hiring.
Yeah, but it was just, it was so freaking good. I'm the guy that if I'm going somewhere for breakfast, I get so pissed off if a place is going to charge me to have 2 breakfast meats, because I'm like, if I'm going out for breakfast, why would I pick bacon or sausage? Someone else is cooking, you should be making both of these. And so to have it all in one place, and eat it while you were driving is the best.
I like when I go to a restaurant and they go, "Bacon or sausage?" and I go, "Yes."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they go, "No, but you got to pick." I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was America. Don't pick between my breakfast meats. What you got back there?
Enormous breakfast sandwich. Listen, man, I'm not
omelet sandwich.
Omelet sandwich. That's what it was. Enormous omelet sandwich. I put breakfast omelet. I'm not gonna sit here and I know a lot of times I've said shit like, "Oh, I don't want to order that because it's for the fuck." Dude, I remember taking down 2 of those sandwiches in one sitting. I was like, yeah. And I did the same thing. I was in the drive-thru and I was like, "Yeah, let me get the enormous breakfast sandwich." Like,
"Honey, you want one too?" I'll get another one.
Sorry,
I'm on the phone.
Would that be all? And I was like, "Yeah, let me get another one. I'll just get another one." Do you want the combo? Do you want the combo or just a sandwich for the second one? No, do the combo. We'll do the combo. I just did that shit. It's really fucking bad. You've never heard me say
all the way.
Yeah, you've never heard me say shit like, "I wonder why I'm fat." I've never been that fucking guy. I'm like, I fucking know why. I know why. All right. So, Dave, what do we got for your number 2?
My number 2 is actually the only burger on my mountain, and it is the bacon and blue burger from Wendy's.
Oh God, such a good choice.
For pretty much as long as they offered this burger, I was going to Wendy's at least once or twice a week just to get this fucking burger. Like I was absolutely obsessed with this thing. I'm a spicy chicken guy, or I was a spicy chicken guy. And I used to religiously, I mean, like many more times a week than I care to admit, for the internet to have recorded, would go to Wendy's for either a spicy chicken sandwich or two, or a couple orders of their spicy chicken nuggets. And when that bacon and blue burger came out, no more spicy chicken. It was just the bacon and blue burger. Those blue cheese crumbles would just melt into the most delicious. It was blue cheese dressing that you basically had. It was just oh man. I can't say that I want to go back and eat any of that stuff, but I do remember my time with that burger quite fondly. I think back to her riding in the passenger seat. Like, she sat in the passenger seat of my car. I parked and I unwrapped her and slowly devoured her. It was quite exhilarating.
Her twin sister was watching, well, knowing she was next.
Oh yeah.
Right around the same time they had that bacon and blue, and like if anybody has this on the list, don't say anything. But they did like a bacon and Gouda burger at the same time.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget when I went. They had just premiered them both, and I did the same thing. He was just talking about the sandwich. They were like, it's like, oh, let me get the bacon and blue. Like, let me get that Gouda one too. Yeah, no, take them
Yeah. Oh man. Like I like the thought of the bacon. I like the fact of the thought of the bacon and blue burger having a yearbook, and David was like, keep in touch. Have a great summer. Keep in touch.
Never change.
But you know what? David did change. He changed.
Yeah.
He doesn't eat meat anymore. We fucking
bacon and blue would be disappointed in the person.
I'm thinking of Cobra Kai. They're gonna find you on Facebook and they're gonna say, "Hey," and you're gonna have to say, "I can't."
As we go on, we remember.
But it's fantastic, man. I love that sandwich too. It was a very good sandwich. It was a very good sandwich. I replaced that sandwich whenever I do go to Wendy's. If and when I do go to Wendy's, I don't know if they still have it because it's been a while, but they have this burger that has avocado in it or guacamole in it. And it's fucking amazing. And
I'm sure that's great.
Well, yeah, it's fucking fantastic.
I love avocado. I am
a chicken
that
sandwich. It's a chicken sandwich with guac in it. I don't know whatever the fuck it is. So
I'm a faux guy.
Whatever the fuck. Yeah.
All
right. My number 2 is the aforementioned BK Cine Minis.
We keep it table.
Right? Oh, okay. Well, you know what's on Lewis's list.
Yeah, man. All right. So the number 2s were the waffle taco, the BK, the Taco Bell waffle taco. I'm sorry. The Burger King enormous omelet sandwich, the Wendy's bacon and blue burger, and Burger King Cine Minis.
Three breakfast picks in that round.
All right. So what do we have for honorable mentions? Lou, hit me with your honorable mentions, man.
Only one, the XXL Chalupa.
Oh,
from Taco Bell.
Again, did not make my list because I've got something else from that franchise coming up. But such a great pick.
It was on my list, and then all three of you said that you did one franchise, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'll add the fried apple pie from McDonald's and take away the XXL Chalupa." But it was on my list. It was my number 4.
And then they claimed that they brought it back like last year or the year before, but it was not the same. It was absolutely not the same. Oh, great pick.
Anybody here? I love the double XL chalupa, but did you eat it and go, "That's it"? Like that's how I fucking ate it. I was like, 'cause in the commercial, they fucking show you like the chalupa coming at you, and it looked like I had a fucking it looked like they took like a shovel of fucking meat and just put it in that fucking thing, right? And it just came at you. It was like this fucking thing. And
that
I was
original
like,
one, man, was a boat.
Yeah, that's what it looked like in the I was gonna say the trailer. Like there's a fucking trailer for food.
In a world.
That's how fat I am. That's how fat I am. I need a fucking trailer for fucking fast food.
There he's sweating watching reveal trailers for the new McDonald's menu.
Yeah, man. I was disappointed. I was like, that's it. That's all we got. All right, whatever. I mean, I'll eat it, but I'm not. I don't know if I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, that was a good one. All right, DeBono, what do you got for your honorable mentions?
So honorable mentions is where a lot of my ones that didn't make with going one franchise fell. Pizza Hut used to have a thing called the triple deckeroni.
Yes.
It was a pizza where the bottom layer was a cheese quesadilla, and then there was a pepperoni pizza on top of that. Burger King used to have the Whopperito, which was all of the stuff from a Whopper rolled up in a tortilla. Popeyes, now, I had these, but I don't know if they were a nationwide rollout or if I was fortunate enough to live somewhere where they tested them. They were called the cookie dough tenders.
So they didn't have these in every location.
And they were chicken tenders where the breading was cookie dough. And it was super weird, but then they fried them and it was incredible.
Neri wouldn't have got that because he's too busy getting his salads.
No, I'm just listening to the description of this trailer, and I'm like, oh my god, that sounds amazing. That sounds awesome.
And then while researching for this episode, I found one thing that I really wish I'd had an opportunity to try. And apparently at one point, McDonald's had onion bites, which looked like
that looked great.
Like onion petals, and I never even knew about them or got a chance to try them. But I love an onion petal or a fried onion.
They came out in the 70s apparently.
Yeah. How do you remember them?
I don't. I found out about them today.
Oh, I thought you said they were great. I was like, oh shit, you had them?
No, I said that looks great.
Yeah, I never had it. I found out about it today too, doing the research for it. But I'm not a blooming onion guy, so I'm not. I would never have had it anyway. I'm not even an onion ring guy, so I would have never had it. But I do like that it's different. I'm like, oh, that does sound interesting. It does sound like an item that I thought would like, oh, that you know what I mean? Like when you see some of these items, you go, that's just fucking stupid. You're just trying too hard. But this one doesn't. This one, I'm like, oh, that makes sense to me, I guess.
Yeah, blooming onions, onion petals, anywhere you can find them, man. I'm gonna eat a deep fried onion. So.
All right. Dave, what are your honorable mentions?
Kind of similar to DeBona. A lot of the ones that were duplicate items from a restaurant kind of ended up here. The Frescata that we talked about already. One beverage ended up on my list, which is the watermelon freeze from Taco Bell. It is recently discontinued. It was kind of a limited time thing, and oh my god, so fucking good. They had these little like watermelon seed candies. They were almost like nerds, and I could eat like just like fistfuls of this stuff. It was so good. The Angry Whopper from Burger King is one that I really liked. Along with the Wild Wild West burger that they had to promote Wild Wild West. The movie The Wild Wild West. I used to eat that shit.
And Angry Whopper promoted Hulk too. Those were both movie tie-ins.
Yeah, and great ones too. I think they worked. Yep. So there you go.
All right, so my honorable mentions, I have two of them that I actually personally had, and then the rest I never had, and I never even knew about until today. So the ones that I had that I missed were the California Whopper, which is just a Whopper that has guacamole in it, and I'm like, I'm fucking in. You got me, guac. I'm all about the guac, baby. I'm like that's when I let my Hispanic flag fly. I was like, all right, bro, you got me. I love guacamole, bro. And then the other one was the KFC Chicken Littles. That KFC Chicken Littles was on my list for the longest until I saw another item from KFC. I'm like, no, I got to go with this one. So those two are the ones that I've had. The other items on my honorable mentions I never had and I never knew they existed until reading this list. McDonald's had a pizza.
Yes. That just barely didn't make my list because I didn't want to just keep talking about pizza. But the McDonald's where I grew up had those forever, and you could get your own personal, and it still came with a side of fries. Incredible.
It's fucking
Crazy.
And people call them McPizzas, but the company never called them McPizza. In researching today, I found out that there was 2 McDonald's in the country that still served them, and they were both owned by the same franchisee, and they still served them until 2017 or 2018 when corporate made them take it off the fucking menu. They're like, no, you can't still be making this fucking McPizza. And they're like,
hey,
so,
we're still participating.
Yeah, they were participating 20 years later, and then I think they just fell through the fucking cracks of corporate, and then just nobody fucking realized, and then somebody at corporate, it must have been some accountant that was like, why are we still fucking ordering? Why are we still delivering this? There's 2 franchises that keep on ordering pizza boxes. Why the fuck are we paying for this? And I was like, that must have been the tip off. There was a thing called the what the fuck did I write here? The McDonald's the McDonald's Hula Burger. I never knew this existed until doing research today, but I am a fan of fucking of Hawaiian pizza. I love that shit. And I think a slice of pineapple on a burger sounds delicious.
It was actually great. It didn't have meat on it. If I remember correctly, it was just pineapple as the meat, and they were trying to get Catholics to get them on Fridays when they didn't eat meat.
Nice.
Is that real?
Bro, we already got the filet of fish.
If I remember the Hula Burger correctly, it didn't actually have meat on it. The center section was just pineapple.
Dave, can you verify that? Because I didn't know. Doing the research, one of the pieces was pineapple on a grill, and I just assumed that would go on a burger. I'm like, that sounds amazing. Let's fucking eat it.
Yeah, the Hula Burger was a meatless burger introduced in the 1960s.
Oh, well then
it was a substitute for American Catholics who would not.
That's why they fucking failed, you dumb fuck. Or put that shit on a fucking meat patty and let people eat that shit up, man. That's amazing.
Nah, don't put it on a meat patty. Put it on the Canadian bacon that they use for the Egg McMuffins.
Now we're in business.
Yeah.
God damn, we're fat. And then so I got the McPizza, the Hula Burger, and this is hilarious. They had a fucking thing called the McAfrica. Which
I heard about that today too.
It was called the McAfrica, and there was the C at the end of Africa was changed to a K. It was the McAfrica, like it.
And it only came out in Norway or something like that.
It only came out in Norway because they wanted to roll it out in Norway first. Like that's what their plan was. And it was like a pita with like the fillings of a burger, but it was like a pita inside. It was like on a pita bread or whatever the fuck. It wasn't racist. It wasn't like insensitive at all. But the problem was that whatever year this came out, it came out right at the time where there was like national and global attention called to the starvation in Africa. Like it was like one of those like, heal the world type of moments. And McDonald's comes out with a McAfrica. So news spread of an item that's only available in Norway, news spread, and it fucking got so much bad press here, including here in the United States, that they fucking killed that.
Man, bad press would have been like, I'm not gonna say it because I'll get canceled, but like, bad press would have been like if, like you're saying, the starvation is if they put nothing in the bread. At least they put food in there. They're starving kids in Africa.
Just a pita with nothing inside.
Remember when your mom said there's starving kids in Africa? This is what they eat. Come get it in Norway.
That's hilarious.
Can you imagine, like, there was, like, the time when that would have come out, like, Tom Brokaw is the guy who was reporting on this one McDonald's sandwich, like, in Norway. It's like, most reliable voice in America. It's Tom Brokaw and Dan Rather talking about a McDonald's sandwich in Norway.
So that's it. Those are my honorable mentions. All right. Let's go with our number ones.
Round one. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back.
Twist. Come on.
All right. Lewis, what's your number one pick, man?
Cine Minis, baby.
That's Cine Minis. That's right.
Here's the deal with the Cine Minis. If they were not discontinued, they would be the number one fast food item in the world. That's why they're my number one fast food item that's discontinued. Because I'm fat as shit and I love Cine Minis.
I didn't know that they were. I didn't know they were discontinued. And today
Oh.
I learned today.
Oh,
that
I
they were
did.
Discontinued, and I'm like, yeah.
I fucking knew.
Lewis learned
the day
while hungover one day.
I went in there, ordered a croissant sandwich because you're obligated to get the croissant sandwich with it. And then I said, "Ann, let me get some Cine Minis." I said, "We don't have that anymore." I said, "Well, you can shove that croissant sandwich up your ass. I'm out."
Seriously, let me get that croissant sandwich though, because I'm hungry.
Let me get two. Let me get two to make up for the lack of Cine Minis.
But yeah, the Cine Minis are the shit. Why would they ever discontinue those? I don't understand, dude.
That's why you have to go to Taco Bell now to get those cinnamon balls.
Yeah, the Cinnabon balls.
Yeah.
And you can get a 2-pack or a 12-pack. Ask me which one I get.
The Lewis.
I'm having some people over. I'll get the 12.
Let me get 2 12s. Let me get 2 12s.
Yeah, I don't want anyone to go hungry.
Yeah, man, the Cine Minis were the shit. I'm just glad to hear that they are they still making the French toast sticks at Burger King?
Probably.
I don't know. Try, huh?
Probably.
I don't go, especially breakfast. I don't wake up early enough anymore. That's what happens when you become a comedian. For full time, like you don't have a day job, you wake up at times where breakfast items are no longer being served. But the BK Cine Minis, that is a fucking fantastic pick. I fucking love that. All right, so let's move on to the Bona as Dave works on getting his microphone back up. Let's go to the Bona. What is your number one?
My number one is one of the weirdest picks that I've got on my list, but it was one of my favorite things I've ever had at a fast food place. My number one is volcano sauce from Taco Bell. And I'm saying, hey, Dave, we heard you.
You heard me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
You're low, but we can hear you.
Yeah, so the reason I'm going with the actual sauce instead of one particular thing is because you could order a variety of things from Taco Bell off the volcano menu. They had a volcano burrito, they had a volcano taco, and they were all just other things from the menu with the volcano sauce on them. So it's the sauce that's been actually discontinued. But it was this incredible, very spicy, like cream sauce almost. And they would put it on anything that you could order. My personal favorite was the volcano burrito, but I would order things that weren't supposed to come with volcano sauce and ask them to put it on there. Like, if I got a chalupa and paid you an extra $1, would you put volcano sauce on it? Like, that is the relationship that I had with volcano sauce. I was at the time working just bizarre hours in retail and stuff like that. So it was very commonplace for me to get off late, stop at Taco Bell on the way home, and then and like I said, order off the volcano menu, order off the regular menu, tell them to put volcano sauce on it. I would eat a damn shoe with volcano sauce on it. That
I get
stuff
the cinnamon balls with volcano sauce.
Yeah, just the volcano sauce. Just drizzle it right on there. Yeah. I'll pay. Don't worry. I've got Taco Bell money. It's Dave's number one as well.
Oh, it's Dave's number one as well. He just texted us because he can't fucking talk. I love the fact that he can't talk about his number one pick. Well, let's start the timer for Dave.
Oh, Dave, no, volcano sauce number one, and we can't hear you.
Do the troubleshooting thing again.
Yeah, did you troubleshoot again?
He's trying to. I guess it didn't work. Speaking for Dave and the volcano sauce, there was a lot of times where I would go to Taco Bell and I just drenched it and stuff, and it brings back so many fond memories. And I gotta tell you, there's more times than care to say how many times I did this, where I would just eat the volcano sauce, would just go through the packet and just eat the volcano sauce directly from the packet.
Are you
I don't know
speaking for
if any of
David?
that is accurate.
I'm
Yes.
gonna
I don't know
speak for David now too.
I don't know. I
What a
don't know
lot
if
of people
any of
don't
that is-
know. A lot of people don't know that I don't eat meat. I'm vegan, and so Taco Bell is great for vegans. And so you order the vegan shit that no one orders, and then you just pour the volcano sauce on top, and it's vegan, right?
We don't know if any of that is. We don't know if any of that is accurate. But
I don't know.
but this is the best we could do because his audio got cut off at the very end here.
But there we go. Hey, 2 votes for volcano sauce. Yes.
It makes the mountain at least. Volcano sauce. My number one is the most recent addition to the discontinued item list nationwide. It is something that was very near and dear to my heart for a very long time. And when I was a kid, I got to be honest with you, I would always be like, why do they have this? And then now that they took it away as an adult, I'm like, you sons of bitches. It's the KFC potato wedge. They got rid of the KFC potato wedge in June or July of this year. So 2020 has sucked all the way around.
What?
And
now,
what?
The replace.
Wait. Are you finding this out right now?
No.
Come on, this is like telling me my grandma died on Zoom. What the fuck? This is almost worse. What
Hey, we heard you a little bit, Dave.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
not
this is true. They got rid of the potato wedge, buddy. They got rid of that shit. So
I mean, I'm not that in love with it. But wow.
Here's the thing. I fucking Dave was wailing on a guitar, but nobody could hear him. Check it out on YouTube. If you're not listening to us, if you're not watching us on YouTube, watch the YouTube, and you can see Dave go off on us not being able to hear him. The potato wedge. I loved the potato wedge growing up. When I was a kid, I remember thinking to myself, like, why don't they have regular fries? Everybody else just has regular fries. Just get fucking fries. Now they got rid of the potato wedge, and now they got KFC fries. And I'm like, fuck this KFC. You sold out, you bunch of pussies.
Now,
so now I'm mad.
I will say, have you tried them yet, though?
Yes, of course I try. What am I not gonna fucking try?
Okay,
fries
exactly. It's got like the original. It's got like the 11 herbs and spices on the fries, so they taste like they're made of like original recipe.
It's double time.
Dave is literally playing with an action figure. I think that's Volcano Man. I think that's an action figure.
Oh, fuck, that's so funny.
But yeah, no, Neri, it's funny that you say that because I was the exact same way as a kid. I couldn't stand the KFC potato wedge. And then as I got older, I definitely found a very warm spot in my heart for him, man. It's a tough one.
Yeah, it's bittersweet, man. I love that. As again, it took me a while to get used to it, but then I would find myself like, yeah, potato wedges is the shit. And here's the thing, we were talking about how particular my daughter is with food. She loves French fries. Won't have potato wedges and won't even have waffle fries from
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. Yeah, she won't even have waffle fries. And I'm like, it's a fucking potato just in a different shape, and she won't have it. But when I brought back KFC one time, she was like, "Oh, I don't like their fries." And then she opened it up. She goes, "Oh no, they got regular fries." And I was like, "Wait, what? What the fuck did you just say to me?" And that's how I found out. So there goes that.
Dave is moving on to the ocarina. If you are listening at home on your on Spotify,
if you're on audio only, just know you should go over to YouTube for this episode. See Dave go off. I wonder if there's sound coming out of that, or if he's just miming the fact that he's like.
Steph is just gonna fly in and punch it out of his hand because he's just wailing on it like it's not actually a song.
I would just love for Steph to come in and be like, and again, we can't hear any of it, but just see her be like, "What the fuck? What's going on? The fuck? What is like? What's going on? Why are you doing this shit like this?"
David wrote in the chat. He said it sounds like a perfect rendition of Hotel California, but we don't get to hear it.
I would love to hear a Orkina version of Hotel California. That would be an amazing. All right, so we have a couple that made the mountain. including the volcano sauce, Taco Bell, volcano. All right, and then we have the what else?
The
The
cinnamon.
cinnamon. So that's 2. We don't have any repeats for anything else. So I'm down to put any of these. I'm down to put the Arch Deluxe.
I was gonna say I think you got to put the Arch Deluxe. Actually, I think if we're doing the mountain in order of ranking, number 1, obviously the salad shakers. Number 1, yeah,
no doubt.
You want to laugh? I didn't because I was so adamant in my Taco Bell pick, which was my Taco Bell pick. Oh fuck! Did I not put a Taco Bell pick? No, fuck. I forgot. It wasn't until the board started talking about all the items that you could just put volcano sauce in. I remember now that and I used to eat these all the time. I don't give a fuck if you believe me or not, Louis. I used to have the Taco
volcano
Bell,
salad.
It was a taco salad. It was a fucking taco salad, and it was on this big fucking shell.
Yeah.
And I used to love those. And again, I used to think this is healthy. It's lettuce and fucking meat. It's fine. Yeah, it was fantastic. I used to have those all the time. All right, so we got the volcano sauce and the cinnamon. Anything else going on? What do you guys want to nominate? Anything?
I mean, you love the Arch Deluxe. It did make a list. You said it just barely got bumped by salads. So
if it got beat by salads, it doesn't deserve the list.
But it was just for nostalgia, man. It was just for nostalgia. I wish I knew what Dave wanted to put on the list, but he's not nominating anything.
He said the McAfrica.
All right. So yeah, I second the Arch Deluxe. It was a fucking damn fine burger. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on there because I second that.
So we got McDonald's, Burger King, and Taco Bell represented now on the final mountain.
All right, so the double down.
Dude, I'll be honest with you. The only reason the double down didn't knock the Bigfoot off of my list, and that's why I'm okay with this, is because I thought that you could still get a double down. I didn't know it was discontinued.
You have to order 2 chicken sandwiches.
I love the Bigfoot. Like I think it should be between, and again, these are my nominations, but it should be between the Bigfoot or the Wendy's Chicken and Blue. The whatever the fuck it's called.
The Bacon and Blue.
The Bacon and Blue. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm not gonna argue about the Bigfoot because like that is my nostalgia pick. Like that's.
Yeah. I get it. It's just like my salad pick.
If it's just like your salad pick, we're going Bacon and Blue. Let's call it a day.
Okay.
Yeah, Bacon and Blue.
Okay.
So the Wendy's Bacon and Blue.
I do love that pizza though, man. I fucking love that pizza.
Yeah, that Bigfoot pizza was the shit, dude. It's such a fucking gimmick too. Oh, the pieces are square. Like that makes a fucking difference, right? But it's so good, man. All right, so the final mountain is the Taco Bell volcano sauce, Burger King Cine Minis, the McDonald's Arch Deluxe, and the Wendy's Bacon and Blue. So I had only one item here, but in my heart I had the Arch Deluxe, so I had 2. I don't know how many Dave had because he can't talk.
Dave had 3.
No, we don't know that. You can't say that. Anyways, check out the other podcast. I think that's it. That's all we got for you guys. So check out the other podcast on the Geek World Network, including the What You Got podcast, which is on YouTube. If you go to YouTube, you can search What You Got with Daniel DeBona. You can also go through geekbro.net, and we upload the videos there as well. So geekbro.net. Check out What You Got. Subscribe. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to them to do that. Lou, you got anything you want to promote?
No.
All right. There goes that. Luis Diaz.
I'll be at the Improv. I'll be at the Improv on Thursday, but it's not my show, so fuck him. I'm just on it.
This episode won't come out for like 3 weeks, so go figure that shit out. All right.
So I don't have anything planned for 3 weeks.
Check out my comedy at narysigns.com or whatwashisname.com. I have merchandise through TeePublic or through Amazon. So if you go to my Instagram, first of all, follow me because I'm trying to grow my Instagram. But on the link for my Instagram, I have all the links. You click on that one link and it takes you to that link tree where all my links, not only my videos where you can see my videos, but you can also go and check out TeePublic and go to
Your OnlyFans?
My OnlyFans. The TeePublic is really cool because you could get not only T-shirts, but you could get hoodies, and you could get. I got a pillow of my album cover, which I thought was I love my album cover. My brother drew it, so it's not me being self-centered. It's my brother made that cover art, and I love that. So I got a pillow with that cover art. I got a tumbler. You get a bunch of shit. So make sure you guys check that out. You get once you're on TeePublic, you can get merchandise for a lot of the podcasts on the Geek Bro Network, including what you got, including the What's Up Bro podcast and the Geek Bro logo itself. And so thank you guys for checking us out. Dave, do you want to say anything? No? Just stay quiet? All right. Make sure to check that out. You guys have been a lot of fun. That's how lists are made.
Under an hour and a half.
Hour and 21 minutes, guys.
Yeah.
Hour and 21 minutes. This timer shit is awesome, dude. It's fucking. It's even better when Dave can't talk. It just fucking so much time. Just cut off the time. Dave, what's wrong? What's going on with is it the computer or is it the headphones? All right. Oh, you think it's the computer? All right.
So that's weird that you could hear us and not talk.
Here's what'll be interesting. See, so like Dave, when you talk to us, what you say pops up at the bottom. So does it pop up at the bottom for yours so it'll show up in the recording?
When I talk to you, I don't know.
Like when you're typing, it'll say.
No, because his thing doesn't even turn green.
No.
So
Got it. Yeah. So it's like on mine, it pops up a little thing, and it'll say what you said. Yes.
It's turning green now, but I have to talk like this close.
Oh yeah.
Hey, back up.
Now it's working. What? God damn it.
Whoa,
Yeah,
but it also
very
sounds like you're in a
distorted.
wind tunnel.
Yeah.
Lower your input volume.
My input volume.
Hey!
There you go.
If only you would have sounded like that.
How's that now?
Now you sound wonderful.
It sounds all right. I mean, it's not the best, but it sounds way better than nothing that we had.
This only happens after I've been using the headphones for a little while. So it might be that the headphones are messing with the shorting out the mic. I don't know.
Is it the headphones wireless or they?
No, they're wired.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Do you use them
Right,
for educating our children's futures?
No, I don't. Thankfully, because I can't have this happen when I'm in the middle of a class.
Oh, shit. Well, that sucks, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sure you know more about computers than I do.
I'm glad that Daniel and I had the same number one, and we could do this.
You can piggyback off of that.
Said everything I wanted to say.
That was the Volk. I was when I texted this idea like forever ago before it came back around. I was in a Taco Bell drive-through ordering something, and then recently Taco Bell's been massacring their menu. They took off all the potatoes, the Mexican pizza.
Yes, dude. Yes.
And
they got rid of the Nacho Bell Grande. Who the fuck
Yeah.
is rid of the Nacho Bell Grande at Taco Bell?
Exactly. And
They
that
replaced it with a big nacho box. Like, all right, I mean.
my wife lamenting the Mexican pizza is what made me think to bring this back around.
Fuck, I love the Mexican pizza, dude.
That
Oh
was my
my god, that
go-to
was part of the number
for
4.
Actually, I think I had Mexican pizza pretty consistently until they brought out the volcano sauce. And then I want to say it was maybe 3 years ago. 3 or 4 years ago. Couldn't have been more than that. They brought back the volcano sauce. But it was only back for a handful of weeks, a couple
It was
months.
like a summer or something.
Yeah, something like that. And I knew that it was only going to be around for a limited time, and I had as many fucking volcano burritos as I could.
Hey, Neri, we're not recording. You didn't really eat that fucking salad, right?
Often, bro. Often. I fucking had that salad often. I'm telling you. I've tried everything to lose weight that's not really helpful to lose weight. Like, oh yeah, fucking McShaker's gonna help me. Like, it's not gonna help. But I ate it thinking that it would. I enjoyed salad for a long time. But I tell people all the time, I enjoy salad, but I enjoy Fat Boy salad, which are fucking Caesar dressing and fucking ranch dressing and
The yummy ones.
Yeah.
of course.
I like it when you cover it in pulled pork and barbecue sauce.
It's basically a
Sounds like a
burger
good
without the
salad.
bun.
Yeah,
Basically a
pretty
burger
great.
without the bun.
Pretty damn great. All right,
But
fellas.
I
it's been
love
fun.
it, man. Guys, you guys been
All
fun,
right.
man. Thank you very much. Have a
See you
good
later.
night, guys.
Be
Peace.
good.
Right.